Hello everybody, this is Charles and today I'm back with another video discussion. Today I am going to talk about video reviewers and their reviews. Now this is an objective and open discussion and the opinions I share on this review are mostly mine and to be taken only as my personal view, not directed at any specific reviewer. So everyone do kindly watch this review and discussion with an open mind and an open heart. Thank you. Well, now we know there are a lot of video reviewers out there, but my discussion today is focused on reviewers of Transformers and Japanese robots and toys, which I personally review and I am more familiar with them as well. And these are also the toys that I review and they are also the toy reviews that I watch. Now, there are a handful of such reviewers out there who are very popular and successful. They have huge subscriber base and traffic, and they also get sponsorship from online toy shops or third-party companies. And before I get into my discussion proper, let me set a few points straight. One is I fully acknowledge the popularity and success of these reviewers, and I personally respect them for getting to where they are today with their huge audiences and sponsors, because these reviewers have put in a lot of work to achieve and enjoy what they are today. And number two, I agree that and I agree and understand that their views and opinions at times may be a little biased due to the commercial obligation they have from the sponsors they receive. All right. Three, what I'm about to say is based on a general overview and it's not directed at any particular single reviewer. Though some of you who are watching this might feel that the things that I point out might refer or reference to some particular reviewers. Again, this is based on your own interpretation and it does not represent my view, right? Okay, I feel that I'm a little too careful here in my disclaimers, but I just want to emphasize that I'm here to share some thoughts and views and not to challenge or belittle anyone. First off, a little bit about myself. When I started doing my video reviews, I was actually inspired to start doing so after watching some video reviews done by a few of noteworthy reviewers out there. These reviewers actually are very popular right now, a lot more popular than what they are compared to a couple of years back. And I really love their reviews because there is so much passion and love for the figures. And I felt this passion very strongly, and this really inspired me to start doing video reviews for toys that I personally love. There are a couple of other reviewers who I watch and subscribe to, and I used to love their videos a lot for either the passion or the entertainment value. But as time goes by, some of these reviewers start to get sponsorship from online stores and third-party companies, and I realized and I observed the change in the tone of their reviews. One obvious thing for sure is that there seems to be less or no passion in the review. Sometimes the reviews start and look to feel as if I'm watching an advertisement to sell the toy. I don't feel the passion or love from the reviewers. Their tone become monotonous, and at times I feel they are reviewing the toy for the sake of doing it and for the obligation that they are given the toy to do the review. Now, this is still okay to me. I mean, you get a free toy, you do a commercial review out of it, fine. However, it starts to get disappointing when it goes into the gray area of being honest and truthful about the toy that is being reviewed. For some reviewers, I begin to see them talking only or mostly about the good stuff about the toy, and they no longer talk about the flaws or shortcomings of the toy. And in extreme cases, they can even talk about some major flaws being nothing serious and lie through their teeth that the toy is still worth buying despite of the flaws they downplay. Okay, maybe for them they have high tolerance level. They feel that there's 10 good points about this toy. There's one or two bad flaws. But it's still worth buying. Maybe to them that is the case, but I feel that when I just feel like sometimes it gets downplayed too much. I mean, when you see a toy flaw being pointed out and highlighted, and then it was nothing much, but when you got the toy personally and you feel that actually it was a major flaw, it tends to be very disappointing. Which brings me to the point is that I think when a reviewer's honesty and integrity is compromised by his commercial obligations, it totally defeats the purpose of watching the video or following the reviewer anymore. I have subscribed to some of these popular reviewers, but I can say I stopped watching most of them because they are no longer the same person whose reviews I used to enjoy. Now, I fully understand that perhaps they do not have much of a choice because of their commercial obligations. I myself used to be guilty of that when I did third-party toy reviews for online shops. Those of you who are subscribed to my channel can check out which ones these reviews are. For myself, the contracts I had, okay, basically says I need to insert some introduction ending videos or a link to feature the shop and to bring the viewers directly to the link to purchase the toys. But there was no clause, alright? There was no clause in the contract to say that I must say only good things about the toy. But as a sponsored reviewer at that time, I felt quite obliged to do so. Why? It's because someone is so nice to me to send you free toys, hoping that I can promote it and bring some business to them. So I felt I had to do something to help them get more sales. And if I talk too much about the bad about a toy, I feel guilty when I think about the possibility of the stores being stuck with dead stock because my review says the toy is bad. Now, I fully understand and know that I do not have that level or sort of influence because viewers mostly do not take the opinions of only one review. Okay, though I know of some dedicated viewers who only listen to what their favorite reviewer says. But bottom line is I felt like a salesman tasked to sell the toy even though it was not a very good one. I mean one obvious example I could bring up right now is that TFC camera toy. I can't remember the name, okay. It was a sponsored toy. I felt it was alright, but I wasn't really a fan of it. But yeah, it was sponsored, so I didn't mention how I felt it was just an ordinary toy. I felt it was just decent and okay. So now my contract with all these shops have ended, okay, because generally I do not bring enough business to them. You don't see me reviewing any more third-party toys because I personally do not collect third-party toys simply because I collect too many other toys from the official. Like you see Takara Tomy, Masterpiece, you can see Gundam, Metal Build, you can see the normal Transformer line, you can see Bandai Sword of Chokoki, and there's also a lot of other lines I collect. I collect Super Sentai, Power Rangers, and things like that. So yeah, I know and I acknowledge that some third-party toys for Transformer characters are really well done, but it's just not for me to collect because I really have too many things to collect from the official lines. So many of the third-party stuff that I said just now are pretty good, but some are pure crap. I will say pure crap, but some are not as good as what they seem to be. For instance, the TFC Hercules and Uranus, I honestly think that the toys are decent, not fantastic, but okay. The obvious flaw or bad thing to me for both toys, okay, TFC Hercules Uranus, aka Devastator and Superion, are that both the hips are weak and the combined robots tend to split their legs or can't balance well. But when I was reviewing that, I had to downplay this flaw and say something like a small issue. It actually wasn't that difficult to balance them. But if you were to ask me right now on my honest opinion, I think I think okay, they are decent, okay as display pieces, but if you want to play them, it can get pretty frustrating because of the weak hips, and some poses can be difficult to achieve because the hips just couldn't hold the poses well. And then we talk about another third-party toy, Make Toys Giant. Alright, it was to me honestly good. Okay, with the exception that Make Toys Giant was fragile in some extent because some parts are prone to breakage and you need to be really careful when you handle the toy. Apart from that, I think so far Make Toys Giant is a better Devastator compared to TFC Hercules. And right now we have Hasbro's version of Devastator coming out. Haven't played the toy, so I can't say anything much. But size looks promising, just that the engineering wise looks a little bit lazy. Okay, anyway, carry on the conversation. Laying down the cards where for all the reviews that I've done so far, I've been perfectly honest when it comes to official products by Takara Tomy, Hasbro, and Bandai. It's only the third-party toys that I have been sponsored that I might not be totally honest in the sense that I did not highlight enough about the flaws about the toy, and I hereby Sincerely apologize to all my viewers for that, alright? So I hope you all can forgive me for those reviews whereby I haven't been totally honest. And right now, I'm actually very much happier doing reviews for toys that are not sponsored, because I can talk openly about the good and bad about a toy. I can be 100% honest, and this is basically my style of review. I talk about the quality of the toy, the good and bad about the toy, how much metal die-cast content there is, what to watch out for and be careful about the toy, and that's it. I doubt any sponsors would want me to give that level of creative freedom to be transparent about the good and especially the bad about the toy, about the product they sponsor me. Some reviewers are, like I said again, because of their commercial obligations, I feel they are not as honest as they used to be. And as I said, coming from personal experience, I can totally understand why they had to be the way they are now. I think some reviewers may be caught in between, in the sense that they know the toy is not as good, but they have to upplay the good and downplay the bad, or don't talk about the bad at all. What they have at risk is the sponsorship, right? So no sponsor will want their spokesperson to say bad things about their products. If the spokesperson does so, he risks losing the sponsorship. And I believe some reviewers might have this fear. Okay, let's think about this scenario. When you start getting free toys, it's really hard to give it up. Because whether or not you like these toys, okay, getting them means less spending on your end. And it's also a source of revenue if you decide to sell off the toy after you've done the review. So I think for some reviewers, in order to keep getting their free toys, they might have compromised a little bit with their honesty or integrity as a toy reviewer. So, and we know there are quite a number of high profile and popular reviewers out there. So no one is totally indispensable. Okay, reviewers know that if they lose a sponsorship, the sponsor can always go to the next popular reviewer to promote their stuff. So there's no lack of reviewers who will take up the job. And again, some viewers here might just swear unwavering allegiance to their favorite reviewer and watch nobody's review but their review. But their favorite reviewer, I mean that's your personal choice, all right? And just to go off track a little bit right now, right? If you come to think about it, us toy reviewers are actually quite cheap to sponsor. Okay, cheap sounds like a wrong word because it really belittles and it sounds like I'm disrespecting our professionalism. I shall say we are very economical and affordable to sponsor. From my understanding, most of the sponsored reviewers I know of basically just get the toy free, or the very expensive ones at a high discount price. And apart from that, most of them do not get any other payment or cash remuneration for doing the review. Now, I might be wrong, but that's what I'm aware of. Compared to other reviewers, let's talk about other products, for example, beauty products, cosmetics. These beauty reviewers actually get a lot of more. They get large amount of cash, they get products, and a lot of other things. So these bloggers or reviewers are not celebrities. They're just okay, they are celebrities in the sense that they are popular in their own genre. So I mean, compared to them, we are really affordable, all right? But then again, if you look at it from another perspective, the reviewers for beauty products or cosmetics, they usually get sponsored by big brands and companies, so that is a totally different league altogether. All right, okay, back on track. The really popular reviewers easily get thousands or tens of thousands of views for each video they upload within a matter of 2 to 3 days. For myself, okay, most of my videos get only like 2,000 to 3,000 views over a few weeks, okay? So compared to top-notch reviewers, I know my traffic is peanuts. I get paid by Google AdSense on average about $1 a day or less. This top reviewers probably get, with 10 times or more traffic than me per video on average, probably easily get paid $10 to $20 a day. I'm stating this not for the sake of envy or jealousy. I'm just stating this is a matter of fact of my position as a reviewer compared to the top-notch ones. At this point, some viewers might think, since these top reviewers get paid so much through advertising traffic, disclaimer, I might or might not be right, it does not matter to them whether they get sponsorships or not. They can still be perfectly honest and buy their own toys to review if the sponsorship gets cut. Then again, I believe that for a lot of people, it's human nature. It's hard to let go of free stuff, and that's where honesty and integrity gets compromised. I'm not saying that all reviewers fall into this entrapment. I'm just saying that some of them might have fallen. And I still know of some popular reviewers who I still watch. They are still very honest about their reviews about the products, even though they are sponsored for the toys. So I'm really respect these reviewers. You know, they really upheld their integrity and their honesty. Okay. So apart from my personal experience of the change in the tone of some reviewers, I've also heard feedback from some collectors about their take on some reviewers' reviews. For instance, there have been some substandard third-party Transformer toys that got over-glorified by some reviewers. They say the toy is excellent, great quality, great representation of G1 character, etc., etc. But when the collectors bought the figures, they realized that they're actually a piece of crap and junk. Now, when 8 out of 10 people who bought the toy say it's junk, it's pretty hard to believe that the reviewer, as one of the few people who say it is good, is really honest and truthful about it. Granted that one man's meat is another man's poison, okay? But like I said, when 8 out of 10 says that piece of meat sucks, I think it's more credible than that one reviewer who says it tastes like a 3-star Michelin dish. And another point of view I'd like to discuss here is being the first in the world to review a toy. For me, it does not matter whether I am first in the world to review a toy or not. It's not like, and you know, it's like I don't understand the adrenaline or the excitement of those who like to be the first to comment in a video that's posted somewhere, you know. I think that's passé, but I think for a period of time I saw people who just felt, you know, very proud to be the first to comment, you know, first, second, third, something like that. To me, it's just childish, all right? I don't know if there's any reviewer out there who's very particular about being the first to review a toy. But for me, when it comes to Japanese robots or Takara Tomy Transformer Masterpiece toys, I sometimes happen to be the first or one of the first to post a review simply due to my geographical advantage, all right? I live in Singapore, which is in Asia, and we get toys pretty much faster than most of the collectors in Europe or the States, which is also mainly where the reviewers stay, all right? The Hong Kong and Japanese collectors actually get the same toys faster than I do, but there aren't many of them who actually do video reviews on YouTube. I only know of this one Japanese reviewer to date, who I still love his videos because there's so much passion in it. He's very excited about the toys he reviews. He does it in Japanese. But sometimes, you know, I feel he's a little too kind to the toy. I mean, I can see him praising a toy very much, you know, even though the toy may not be as amazing, as great as it is. But then again, maybe he just loves it, you know, maybe just passionate about the toy he does. But anyway, like I said, I really enjoy his reviews. I mean, he's really, really passionate about reviews. So watching his reviews is really fun and really entertaining and really time well spent. Anyway, back on track. Being the first to review, okay. There are some advantages of being first in the world to review a toy, particularly for Transformers toys. I've seen my videos being mentioned in some of the international toy forums when I post my masterpiece reviews. Someone on those boards is probably subscribed to my channel to know I posted my review. I'm very grateful and appreciative of all this shout out and highlights. So whoever who share my videos to these boards, I thank you, for helping me to generate traffic and to share with the world my reviews. The advantage of being first in the world is that you get a lot of traffic in the first few days because everyone just floods to your video to watch it. Needless to say, that traffic translates to advertising money, and that little bit of money helps to supplement my toy expenses a little bit, all right? That being said, it doesn't really matter whether my video of that toy is the first because some days later, when the top reviewers get their copy of the same toys and upload their videos, their traffic easily hits 10 to 20 times more than mine within 1 to 2 days. So obviously they get a lot more advertisement revenue as well. So For me, the only motivation to post a review fast is so that I can share my opinions about the good and bad about a toy. Some collectors pre-order a toy regardless of a review, right? They don't care, as long as the review, for example, MP Ultra Magnus. Once it's announced, they don't care whether it's going to be good or bad. They just pre-order it, right? But then there are some collectors who actually sit on the fence and decide whether to buy a toy after they watch a review. All right. I know personally that if a toy is good, it gets sold out during the pre-order phase or soon after it gets officially released. My personal hope is that my videos can reach out to collectors fast so that they can buy a toy while it's still available and not having to pay high secondary market prices on eBay or elsewhere should the toys get sold out everywhere else. So this is my sole motivation, okay, to help collectors decide and buy a toy while it's available on retail and not to pay premium prices. And this is also why my videos are focused on quality, material, durability, and weakness of a toy, and parts of the toy where you need to be careful about. So I personally do my best to make sure collectors know what they are paying for and and how to handle their precious toys to prevent breakage, damages, or paint chips. So like I said, I don't get a lot of money from my reviews. On average, I get $30 a month from Google AdSense. That's it. So I know top reviewers get a lot more, and some of you or some reviewers might laugh at my petite little income, but I am happy, I am grateful, and I am appreciative of what I get. Bottom line, my videos are out to provide information and guidance, so the money I expect is purely a bonus and plays no part in motivating me to do my reviews. In fact, when I first started out doing my reviews, I think 3 or 4 years back, I get zero revenue at all. I didn't even know AdSense or something like that exists. So I think for the first 2 years of my reviews, I get zero revenue because I didn't know anything about it. It's only later on when I know there's the existence of Google AdSense that I register myself on my YouTube videos for it that I start to get paid for it. So yeah, that's it. So my motivation, like I said, comes mainly from the viewers who comment on my videos, who actually express their thanks and appreciation of what I do. So this really makes me happy and keeps me doing what I do. So I'm really appreciative and happy that you guys like my video, for the simplicity of it, for the straightness of it, and I really enjoy reading your comments, and it really gives me the drive, energy to go on doing the reviews that I do. So with this, I end my discussion for this topic. Do feel free to leave your comments, and I'll try to respond to them as soon as I can. And again, I emphasize that this video discussion is just for sharing and in no way meant to belittle or put down any other reviewers. As an ending note, I feel that as a reviewer myself, it's very important for us to be honest, okay, to uphold our honesty and our integrity in doing the reviews, to provide the most accurate and informed review of a toy or figure to our viewers so that they can make a decision on whether to get a figure or not. So whether we are sponsored or not, I think the most important thing is still to be true to yourself, true to your viewers, and to be honest to everybody. All right, so here's Charles signing off. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Let's stay tuned to my channel, and I might bring out more discussions next time. So see you everyone, and have a good day.